Someone close to you is lying right now. Maybe they're spinning a story about where they were last night, or keeping something much bigger under wraps. What if you could recognize a liar with the skill of an FBI agent? No awkward confrontations, no finger pointing, just cool, subtle observation. By the end of this video, you'll hold the secret tools tested in interrogation rooms, and you'll be able to catch liars like a pro, without ever making things weird. Before we dive into these game-changing techniques, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Here at the Growth Mindset Project, we're obsessed with practical skills for sharper thinking and stronger relationships. Stay tuned and never miss a life upgrade. Let's get started. Imagine this. Most people blow their chance to recognize a liar because they ask the wrong questions at the wrong time. Picture yourself catching a partner in a half-truth or suspecting a coworker is sandbagging you. The first mistake? Asking questions that are way too broad. Questions like, "How was your night?" Give people room for vague, empty answers. And if you ask, "You got home early, right?" You've handed them an easy out. They just nod and move on. Now, trained interrogators, they turn this upside down. Here's their secret. They ask open-ended questions with built-in assumptions. Instead of, "Did you go out last night?" Try, "What kept you out so late last night?" Watch the magic happen. With this approach, you're not asking if they went out. You're presuming they did. You force them to describe what happened. If they're lying, their mind has to scramble for convincing details on the spot, and that frantic effort is exactly what lets you recognize a liar. But here's a critical detail. Keep your tone easy and curious. If you sound accusatory, the other person will clam up, and you lose your chance to observe anything at all. Your best results come when you invite them to talk freely, while you coolly notice every little reaction. Speaking of reactions, there's a top-secret window of opportunity, the 5-second rule. Right after you ask your question, you have a 5-second window to spot the truth. This is vital. In those first 5 seconds, observe everything. Eye movements, voice, posture, hands. Their honest reaction slips through before their defenses pop up. Miss it, and you're only watching their calculated mask, not the truth. But don't get tripped up by one weird behavior. Some people naturally look away or fidget when thinking. The real signal appears when you catch 2 or more signs at once in those 5 golden seconds, what experts call a cluster. Maybe they dodge the question, touch their face, and suddenly break eye contact. When these pile up together, you've probably caught a liar off guard. Let's roll back for a second. How do you know what's weird for someone and what's just their personality? Professionals always start by reading a person's baseline. They'll warm up with simple chit-chat, talking about the weather, hobbies, or their favorite show. During these harmless topics, they observe how the person behaves when relaxed and truthful. Do they gesture with their hands? Do their eyes light up? Is their voice steady? This baseline is your secret reference point. Later, when the conversation gets serious, any shift from this normal behavior is a glowing red flag. If someone who usually looks you in the eye starts staring at the floor when questioned about their whereabouts, or if someone who's normally chatty goes silent and wooden, you know something's off. Recognizing a liar becomes a matter of comparing the present to the baseline. Now, here's a move that'll throw any liar off. The double trap. First, ask a simple leading question about the event. Say, "You went to the gym yesterday, right?" They'll likely answer quickly and move on. Wait a little, chat about other stuff, then double back. "So, what exercises did you do at the gym yesterday?" People telling the truth will rattle off specifics without thinking. Liars, on the other hand, have to recall their made-up story, stitch together the details, and hope it all matches up. More often than not, their answers will stumble, hesitate, or flat out contradict what they said earlier. Let's talk language, the words liars use. When people are fabricating, their word choice shifts. They'll drop in phrases like maybe, I think, probably, or I guess. These create wiggle room, letting them backtrack if challenged. Oh, I wasn't sure. But notice when these vague words appear. If it's only around key details, you have another strong clue. Truthful people are confident at every point of their story, while liars get noticeably fuzzy at the crucial moment. Here's another tactic to help you recognize a liar: the topic dodge. When you stumble near a secret they're hiding, liars may suddenly switch topics, ask you a question, or get distracted by something irrelevant: a text, a sound, a passing cloud. This defense mechanism helps them escape from dangerous territory. If you notice someone hijacking the conversation every time you touch on a sensitive topic, you've likely struck liar's gold. If these methods already surprise you, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Which technique are you most excited to try? Your engagement helps smart viewers like you find these evidence-backed insights, so let's build a more honest world together. Here's a slick psychological trick: break a liar's focus. Building and maintaining a lie takes real mental effort. To catch them slipping, interrupt their story with a totally unrelated question like, "Wait, what were you doing right before that happened?" This unexpected shift forces them to reorganize their narrative in real time. Suddenly, it becomes hard to keep their fabrication straight. Notice if confusion sets in, if their story restarts in a weird place, or if the details start unraveling. That's your sign. For the next tool, let's get sneaky: the false detail test. Casually insert an incorrect fact into the conversation. Slip in: "So you said it was Tuesday, but isn't the store closed then?" Honest people will correct you right away. They live in the truth and hold to it. A liar, worried about being caught, might just agree to avoid raising suspicion. The more they go along with your mistakes, the more tangled their story becomes. Don't forget the timeline trap. Ask for specifics. What time did you leave? When did you get there? Liars hate timelines. Since they're making things up, it's almost impossible for their timings and details to match real-world facts. If their story is full of leaps, contradictions, or timelines that just don't add up, and real events can't possibly happen in the space they claim, you're seeing deception in action. Numbers don't lie. Timelines don't lie. When you want to recognize a liar, check if their facts actually fit reality. Quick reminder: if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you've ever caught a lie using any of these secret techniques. Your support fuels the Growth Mindset Project and conscious communication everywhere. Let's recap the pro approach. Stack these techniques together. Spot their baseline and use the 5-second rule to notice clusters of deceptive signals. Double up with the timeline trap and the double trap to stress test their story. Layer in false details and break their focus with sharp, unexpected questions. The more techniques you blend, the more accurately you'll recognize a liar, whether it's a tiny fib or a major deception. And don't overlook your gut instinct. Usually, when something feels off, your intuition is reading hidden clues your conscious mind can't quite describe yet. These FBI-tested methods give your instincts the backup they deserve. If multiple red flags light up together, you're not being paranoid. You're simply sharp-eyed and empowered. If you want to keep upgrading your people skills and never get fooled again, check out our other videos on the Growth Mindset Project. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, and keep that mind growing. Let's keep the truth alive.